I don't know about you. Busy day for me. Typical. I can't remember a day for me that wasn't busy. Actually, Sunday was kind of laid back. Just kind of read the paper. Um, yeah. So speaking of paper, was interviewed today. I don't know if it was a daily per se, but it was the Village Voice. So it takes a village, I think, to put that together. So you know it's important. Anyway, within the throes of my uh, hair product development, I'm in the midst of opening up yet another Christopher salon. Believe it or not, fourth time. Um, and it's always been a dream of mine to have my own salon. So now I am living that dream for the fourth time. It's like having a recurring nightmare, but instead of a nightmare, it's a dream. And dreams are important. So anyway, back to the beginning, top paragraph. Yes, so I was interviewed about my new salon, a salon that I'm very proud of, very proud to lend my name on top. The sign's not ready, but it will be. We just got cardboard out in the front, but you know, word of mouth is what I'm looking for. I don't really need a sign. People know who I am, regardless of what's on the building. So the interviewer asked me, what makes this salon unique from your other three? And I said, besides not having a formal sign, I said the one characteristic I'm most proud of for this new salon is that it does not discriminate against the differently abled. Okay, in that it doesn't exclusively cater to walk in business. I welcome role in business as well. Um, so it's open to all types of people, unlike my other three, which is exclusively walk-in. So just heads up if you're watching and you have a disability, make sure you come to this one. It's the one without the sign and without the handicap parking spot in front. So that could be a bit of a challenge. Don't want to add on challenges to your ones that you already have, but just a heads up. Anyway, so the interviewer was digging deep. She was getting very personal, where you're from. And I told her, she said, where are your roots? Well, aside from my hair roots, my genetic roots as well begin in England. I love to tell the story of how my grandparents met. It was during, my grandmother was a barmaid in Surrey during the war. And that's when she met my granddad. Not sure what war exactly. Not sure they knew either. But there was war, somewhere. So that's where I'm from. I'm from England. So the reporter then started asking me about my business side and what has made me a success as a businessman. I mean, obviously, one of the reasons for my successes is my creative genius when I'm standing over a head of hair. It's like Will Hunting. I could just play, with the hair. But when I'm sitting in front of the desk, what sets me apart? What has made me a success? And I told her, I said, I have always avoided nepotism. I despise it. If you use the spoil system, you're only spoiling the integrity of your business. Now, that's pretty good. But I drew from a personal experience. I mean, my first job was with a family-run box company back in England. And the boss kept on bending the rules for his seemingly incompetent son, who also happened to work at the factory. And it got to the point where one day, one brave co-worker confronted the boss and said, I can no longer tolerate this special treatment and the complete disregard for the other employees. Either you do something or I'm going to have to do something. And I could tell I got the journalist's attention. She was very interested in the story, and she asked to follow up. She said, "What happened to the man?" Even though the interview was about me. She said, "What happened to him?" And I said, "Well, my dad fired him." Anyway, she was asking me other informal questions, like if you could choose somebody to eat a meal with, who would that person be? It took me a moment, just sort of at a moment of internal reflection, who is very inspiring outside the realm of hair. And it was very difficult. It took me about 10 minutes to, we had to take a break, turned her recorder off, had asked her to leave, actually. Summoned her back in, I looked her straight in the eye and I said, "Mahatma Gandhi." And I could tell immediately that she was taken aback by what she said, and then by what I said. But it just turned out that she had forgot to put her recorder on. So I had to say again, same intensity, Mahatma Gandhi. I even added a little, I leaned in for effect. You won't get to read that in the article, but just know that was the context in which I provided that answer. So she said, "Why Gandhi?" And besides the obvious, why not? Um, Again, had to take some time. Didn't ask her to leave this time, but had to take a moment together and say, why did I say Mahatma Gandhi? I knew there was a reason. And I said, well, he's bald. Mahatma Gandhi was bald. So, if I have dinner with Mahatma Gandhi, I know there's not an angle. He's not trying to get a free haircut. He's there genuinely for me. Okay, he's interested in me, not trying to see what he can get from me. Another inspirational figure. But again, and then I said, on top of that, besides that obvious dynamic, I said, well, I have to take into account that I'm probably paying, and he wouldn't eat much. So, be economic encounter with a very historical and transformative figure. That's the great thing about Mahatma Gandhi, is that he is, again, not only an influential figure without history, but he is also a cheap date. So, I mean, I think that is part and parcel to why he is so historical and important. The journalist won't give it her name. I don't know whether she's supposed to keep, so I'll keep my sources anonymous. You can probably read her name on top. But yeah, so she sent me a mock-up today at night. I just got it. I can't print out, not enough toner, ink as well. It's low. I have to go to Staples. I don't know if I can give plugs, but I'll give to some. I'll just say that I'm going to some office supplier for some ink and toner. But print it out. I can't show it to you, but it said the King of Main Street. If you spell Maine, M-A-N-E, which is incorrect. I don't know how she's still a journalist. We can't all be professionals, but look for that in the Village Voice. Don't know where you can pick it up or when it's published, but look for that. I don't know. She didn't take any pictures, which is unfortunate. But I can vouch that the interview did, in fact, take place. So that's what's going on today. I'll have a more detailed update on other aspects of my life, including the continued development of my hair product with Brenda. I have another meeting with her tomorrow, so I'll keep you abreast of what transpires there. I told her about my book that I alluded to earlier. She said, no, that's not a good idea. Let's focus on the hair. I can't agree with them all. I couldn't really devise. Writing something about an elephant king it's been done. So let's just move on to the next. But anyway, I will keep you abreast, as stated earlier, of everything that's going on. And thank you for tuning in. And until next time, toodles.